Guys, I cracked the code to achieving your goals. So at the beginning of the year, what I did was I put a list and I had goals that I want to have done by the end of the year. And for each month, I broke them down into little digestible pieces. So by the end of the year, I want to be able to do 20 pull-ups. So by the end of January, I was like, okay, I need to do at least 8 pull-ups. And I did that for all of my goals. So I want to have like $10,000 saved up by the end of the month. I was like, okay, by the end of January, I need to have 2,500 at least saved up. And so I broke down all my goals into tiny little things, and I was able to hit every single mark for last month. Let me actually read it out to you. I got let me show you. I meditated for 10 minutes. That was one of my goals. So every day I meditated, and then I worked up to 10 minutes. So not only do my goal is I just want to have like a better mindset. I just want to have more mental clarity. So every day I'm meditating, and then one of the goals was to meditate 10 minutes. That's not a great one to start with, but storage. I want to get to under 120,000 photos by the end of the month, because by the end of the year, I want to get less than 50,000 photos. So if by the end of this month I have under 20,000 photos, then by the end of next month I have under 10,000 photos. And by the end of the year, I'll have under 150,000 or I'll have under 50,000 photos. For reading, I want to read 12 books a year this year. So I was like, okay, by the end of January, that means I need to have 1 book read. So I read like 10 pages every night. Little things that add up. And it makes, okay, obviously I do think if you have one goal that you really need to put all your time into, do that. But when you break up goals that you want to have done by the end of the year into tiny digestible things that are like little things you do each day, like for 20 minutes a day I read, for like 20 minutes a day I'm scrolling through my photos and getting rid of stuff. And then for gym, I want to be, like I said, 20 pull-ups. But then by the end of this month, I want to get 8 pull-ups done. And I did that because every single day, as one of my things is do pull-ups to failure. As one of my things, I want to do 30 push-ups by the end of the year, or no, 50 push-ups by the end of the year. I had to get to 25 by the end of this month. I'm doing push-ups to failure every single day. So get things that you want to do by the end of the year, break that into monthly goals, and then break that into daily goals. So like I mentioned, let me just read them all out to you. So storage, by the end of the year, I need to get to under 50,000 photos. So by the end of this month or last month, I need to get under 120,000 photos. So every day for like 10 minutes, I would delete photos. YouTube, I need to be at like 500 videos by the end of the year. So that's like what, 2 videos a day? So, or how many videos a month? Like 60 videos a month. And so I'm uploading 2 videos a day. Easy stuff like this, stuff I'm talking about right now. By the end of the year, I want to get 50 push-ups, which means by the end of January, I need to do at least 25 push-ups, because it progressively, you obviously use only so many you can do. So I'm going to do push-ups every single day till failure. Same with pull-ups. I want to read 12 books by the end of the year. I need to read one book a month, which means reading a couple pages a day. So breaking that up, I literally hit every single mark last month. And yeah, it's like little things every single day, but that adds up. By saving, by having, well, how much did I have saved by the end of this month? I actually exceeded my goal. My goal for January was to have 1,500 saved in, because I have my Roth IRA that I have like 3,000 in, or, you know, actually, I'm not going to tell you all my finances online. I don't know who's watching this stuff. But anyways, for one of my savings accounts, I wanted 1,500 in that by the end of this month. And then but actually I surpassed that by a lot. So next month, my goal is a little bit larger. So breaking that down, and then also no, this month, rather than, last month I just had a goal to meditate for 10 minutes straight, which like I would like meditate like maybe like 5 times a week. Like some days I would skip it, but literally like the night before the next month, it was like literally the end of the month, I did the 10 minutes, and it got easier than had I tried to do it at the beginning of the month, because I had been practicing a few times a week all that month. So this month's goals is to have a 30-day meditation streak. So I have the Medito app, and like it actually like counts as like a streak, like a Duolingo streak. So like you miss a day, you show it, and you know. And it has like guided meditations. It's pretty good and it's free. And then just like for last month, like, and then like as for like money too, my goal is to have this much saved by the end of the month. All I need to do is calculate my paycheck. So pretend my check is 1,300. If I know, okay, by the end of the month I need to have this much saved, then I know how much can go into this account. I know how much I can spend, and you can budget out accordingly. And you know, okay, if I just stick to my plan, then by the end of the month it's inevitable. If you just stick to the little habits, by the end of the month it's inevitable. You're gonna have what you set out to do. Like for YouTube, by the end of this month, okay, I've kind of been slacking. I'm trying to get to 250 videos by the end of this month. I think I'm at like 170 right now. So that's like a couple a day. Which I mean, like if I'm pumping out shorts, that's pretty easy. And like if I miss like one day, then another day I could post more. But just breaking down your goals into tiny fragments that you just do every single day makes it so much easier. I cracked the code because I literally hit every single mark. I had a target for each one, and hit it being attainable. And not, if I was just like, okay, by the end of the January I need to deadlift 300 for 5 reps, and no, you gotta have realistic, time bound, or what was it called, SMART goals. I don't remember exactly everything. I know M is like SMA. I don't know, you look it up, I'm not for sure. But as for February, I have one priority, and that's to not emotionally overeat. Now, I hit all of my marks for January. I meditated for 10 minutes. I got the videos that I wanted to get up. I deleted the photos I need to. I got 8 pull-ups. I got 25 push-ups. I read a full book. I got the money saved. But the one thing that I had a hard time with was emotionally overeating. So first half of the month I did good. First half of the month I was sticking to my nutrition plan and doing pretty good. But then also I was more consistent in the gym. When I'm more consistent in the gym, I get more hungry because obviously I'm lifting more. So by halfway through the month I was like, okay, my body's kind of in shock, and it's like it's hungry, and that's my fault. I should have paced myself, definitely. But the thing is, what's great about setting tiny goals is that by the end of the month, you can look back on your goals or like things that you wanted to prioritize, and you can audit it. So January goals, I did an audit for this, and this is what it says. Did good with spending, spend a little less on food though. So for January, I saved enough money. I exceeded it, but I did notice I did have a habit of spending more money on food than I initially would have liked. The rest of this is saying, be sure to do pull-ups before shower. So usually when I'm doing my pull-ups, it's either at the gym or, oh, sorry, my boyfriend's calling me. I'll call him back. It's either like at the gym or like right before bed. But I find that if I like have the habit of doing it right before I shower, I'm more likely to do it because it's like a trigger. Like turn on the shower, do your pull-ups and push-ups. And also, what else is on my audit? Binging before bed makes it hard to get up. Please stop and chill before doing that. So me binging and overeating before sleep makes the next day harder for me because I can't wake up in the morning because I'm groggy, my stomach hurts, and I don't want to get up. So me overeating at night sets the next day into motion in a bad way. It sets it off hard. Make it a habit to read and walk and drink tea before bed instead. So when I feel inclined to do overeating, I can have that habit instead. So this is like auditing. I'm implementing what I'm doing next month. Spend 30 minutes at the end of every single gym section to delete pics. So what I've also been doing to get my steps in is at the end of every gym session, I'm getting my steps in and on the treadmill, and I'm deleting photos. And that habit is going to make it easier in the next month for me to get all the photos deleted that need to get deleted. And going bed before 11 is a must, and do meditations in the mornings. So these are all things that just auditing this past month is going to make my next month easier, and then I can create a system for the next month. So waking up early, which also means don't binge before bed. Walking outdoors more. I can get my steps in. I can get more energy from being out in the sun. Tea, read, and write instead of emotionally overeating. Push-pull to failure daily before every shower. That, like I said, the trigger response. You turn on the shower, you immediately get on the floor, do your push-ups, get on the pull-up bar, do your pull-ups. Because I have a pull-up bar on my thing right there. Post long form and short form daily batch content in ChatGPT plan. using AI to your advantage to help you come up with ideas, and batching content with with the same footage, and just reusing that. Read and meditate daily, morning and nights. You know, like trigger response. You wake up, you make your tea, you meditate, you turn off your lights, you or what's it called? You make your tea, you're sitting in bed, you meditate. Read what's it called? My budget for my paychecks and cooking food from home. This is going to be easier in the next month. This is what I learned from the last month, and going to sleep early and writing instead of binging or overeating. So you can break down your goals into tiny steps for every month, and then digest it even more into daily things, so you can just little bites every single day. How do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. And then at the end of each month, audit that, and yeah, you'll be fine. Anyways, I hope you found this helpful.